Greetings, everybody. I just want to take a few minutes right now and demonstrate how to sharpen and care for your Intaglio tools. Those tools are a triangular scraper. Some of the ones that you all will get will be what are called hollow scrapers, and they'll have a little bit of a hollow section on each of these three facets. This is a solid scraper. They're both good tools. They just are manufactured a little bit differently, so don't pay too much attention to that. The other tools that you will have are a twisted scribe, like that, or like this. This one's been taped up here to protect my delicate little fingers, and a curved burnisher. Now, I'll talk about this one first because this requires no sharpening, of course. It is for burnishing or polishing plates, metal plates, copper or zinc plates. So this one's ready to go like this. I do want to take care of this tool though and not scratch up the bottom side of this right here. That can cause the plate to have not burnish out real well. So be careful with that. We'll set that aside. And so we'll begin talking about sharpening a curved burnisher, or I'm sorry, a triangular scraper. So what you'll need is, in this case, and what I have here in the shop is a combination, India combination stone. You can pick these up from, like it says here, Renaissance Graphic Arts. This is a sharpening stone to be used with sharpening stone oil. You can also pick this up from Renaissance Graphic Arts. Get a little tool or a little oil container from the hardware store, you're good to go. The combination stone is just what it sounds. It's got two parts to it. It's got a darker, coarser side and a redder, finer grit side. When you begin to sharpen your tool, when you have a brand new triangular scraper, it will come and it will with some manufacturing machining marks that run like this all the way up. There's a bunch of them, and that actually dulls the tool. What is most useful in your working on the metal plate is this part of the tool right here, and that needs to be sharp and clear of all of those machining marks. So you really need to spend some time with the darker side of this sharpening stone in order to clear that off. And so in order to do that, I need to just apply a little tiny bit of stone oil. Come on, baby. There we go, to the stone. Okay, so when I am sharpening this is the way to do that. I'm going to lay one of those three faces flat onto the sharpening stone, with one of them pointing up right here. It's sharply pointing up. And I'm just going to go back and forth with that tool along the stone, and I'm going to lift up along this curved edge right here. I'm going to lift up because I want to get that curve nice and sharp. What I don't want to do, I don't want to rock it this way. That'll of course effectively make the tool round, which would make it useless. And I don't want to tip it up too much where I am using the point of the tool to effectively wound the stone. So I don't want to gouge into the stone. I just want to get up just a little bit so that I'm getting that curved part of the tool sharp. When you have a new tool, you need to spend some time doing this. A dull tool for intaglio printmaking is one of the worst things you can have, because the metal's hard. You need a sharp tool to deal with it. So I'm going to do this on all three of these faces. And I'm going to do this until, when I look at it, all of the machining marks have disappeared. And they have here, you can see how clear that is. I've been using this tool for decades, actually. So this is fantastically sharp already. And clean it off with a shop towel. Take a look at that. Now, after I have successfully done my work with the coarser side of this, I'm going to turn this over and work on the more fine side of the sharpening stone. While I'm doing that, I want to mention, always put down a piece of newsprint underneath your sharpening stone because it's going to deposit oil. You don't want to get this all over the work surfaces. That's a pain in the butt to clean off. On some tables, you can get melamine or other wood residues up into your sharpening stone. You don't want that either. So just a piece of newsprint down will help and make the whole process cleaner and more efficient for cleanup. So I'm going to just hone this tool on the fine side of the sharpening stone. Sorry about all the ums. I am not good at talking and doing at the same time. All right. There we go, voila. Now I can feel this with my thumb and I can feel that that is a awesomely sharp triangular scraper ready to go for my intaglio projects. For the twisted scribe, this is a really cool tool. One side is the scribe and the other side is another, this is a flat burnisher on this side. So it's pretty handy. It's a double-edged tool. The advantages and disadvantages. The advantage is I've got two tools in one. The disadvantage is that, especially when I'm doing a lot of dry point work, having two ends to my scribe can be handy because the tool will go dull as you scratch or incise into the plate. So most often these already come fairly sharp, but if you do have a dull tool, you'll want to again go to the coarse side of the pumice stone, get a touch of oil on there. Now let me see if I can get the good focus on this. That's pretty good. You can see the angle of the very tip of that, and it's sort of needle sharp actually. This is very sharp already, but if it wasn't, what I need to do is to lay this down and rock it up until I can feel that angle set down onto the stone. I don't want to have it this way. Of course, that's going to make it dull, but I want a nice angle here. And then I'm going to go in a circle, and as I do, I'm going to spin. You can see I'm going to spin the tool like this. So I'm spinning the tool, keeping this angle right here. And I'll do this for a while and then feel it. Once I feel it get sharp, I'm going to go to the other end, do the same thing. So I'm spinning that tool while I'm keeping a nice, let me see, the angle is like this. That's a better point of view right there. Okay. All right. This tool again is sharp. I always keep my tools pretty sharp, so I don't need to do this too much, but do it until you feel it become really, really sharp. And then go to your side, the fine side of the stone, and hone that a little bit. And this tool is sharp. It is ready to go. So that's the care and tool for your basic 3 intaglio tools, scraper, needle, and burnisher, or scribe. With the scraper, I want to say one more thing about this. So I like to do a lot of scraping into my intaglio plates, zinc and copper plates, and that requires that I care for these edges quite a bit. That can cause the tool to not only dull, but in the case of zinc plates, zinc has a tendency to leave sort of a zinky residue on these edges. And the tool's not really dull, but you have this sort of caked on residue there. So every once in a while, it's good to come back to just the red side of the stone and to hone that, to polish that back up and reestablish that nice sharp edge. And all right, there you go. That is how to care for and sharpen your tools. Have fun.